Good morning, students. In the last lesson, we have learned about osmosis and diffusion. We have learned about the three kinds of solution: hypotonic, isotonic, and hypertonic. There we have seen the shrinking and swelling of the cell. Okay. In present lecture, we are going to discuss about the structure of cell and about the structure of plasma membrane. Firstly, students, we are going to consider the structure of cell. As you can see, I have drawn a structure of cell. Here we have an outer edge which is called the plasma membrane. It is the boundary of the cell. Next is your cytoplasm, the liquid, and you also have read about the nucleus. Okay, nucleus was discovered J.J. Brown. Okay, cell was discovered by Robert Hooke. Remember that. Okay, so we have an outer layer, cytoplasm, and nucleus. Now, in this topic, we are going to discuss about this plasma membrane. What is plasma membrane? Actually, it is a semi-permeable membrane which allow only certain materials to pass through it. What it do? It separate the inner material of the cell from the external surrounding. Okay, basically what it do, जो भी आपका सेल के अंदर का जो भी मटेरियल है उसको सेपरेट आउट करती है एक्सटर्नल सराउंडिंग से. सेकेंडली, ये प्रोवाइड क्या करती है, एक तरीके की मेम्ब्रेन होती है ये कि कुछ सेलेक्टिव ही मटेरियल्स को पास आउट होने दी. तो बेसिकली इट एक्ट एज अ प्रोटेक्टिव लेयर. ओके, नाउ द क्वेश्चन अराइजेस of what this plasma membrane is made up of. To give this answer, in 1972, two biologists, H.J. Singer and J.A. Nicholson, have developed a model called a fluid mosaic model. You can see from figure 1.15 of your book. Okay. To have an idea for this, I have taken a rough diagram shown here. Okay. What they said about the structure of fluid mosaic model? They have said if there is a sea of lipid, okay, the protein molecules are being the iceberg floating in it. This is the whole structure of plasma membrane. In the simple word, if I want to explain this structure, that is, अगर मैं क्या करूं, एक सी ले लूं, सी मीन्स समुद्र, किसका है, लिपिड का. ओके, उसमें क्या है, प्रोटीन मॉलिक्यूल्स फ्लोट कर रहे हैं. दैट इज बेसिकली अ स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ प्लाज्मा membrane. They have seen it with the help of electron microscope. Okay, you have read this through your book. Okay, so in fluid mosaic model, what happens? Consider a bilayer of phospholipid. Okay, एक्चुअली क्या होता है, प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन एक फॉस्फोलिपिड का एक बाई मेम्ब्रेन होती है. ठीक है, फॉस्फोलिपिड इज अ काइंड ऑफ जेली टाइप लिक्विड सब्सटेंस in which the protein molecules are being floating. Okay, some molecules are floating inside this phospholipid. They are being called as the intrinsic proteins, while some are found on the surface of this phospholipid. They are called extrinsic protein. Okay, what this protein do for this plasma membrane? Proteins provide three functions. First, they serve as enzyme. Enzyme means they perform some activities, life-saving activities in this plasma membrane. Secondly, they transport protein. Transporting proteins, what they do, they transfer ion from one part of the cell to the another part through this protein. These proteins which are found in this plasma membrane and this phospholipid. Okay, Third purpose is receptor proteins. What they do? They engulf the material around the cell via the endocytosis. Endocytosis is basically a process in which the cell engulf the material surrounding it. Okay, any material which is surrounding cell, any particle near the cell, and the cell engulf it, that process is called endocytosis, and this is basically performed by receptor proteins. Okay, so this is the basic structure of plasma membrane. So what are the functions of plasma membrane? Plasma membrane basically provides these functions. Firstly, this is a semi-permeable membrane. So what it will do? It will make a barrier between internal material of the cell to the external. Second, this is provide a basic structure, and what it provide? It provide a boundary to the cell. So these are the two basic functions which are performed by the plasma membrane. Okay, students. So in this lecture we have discussed about what is plasma membrane. We have discussed about the structure of plasma membrane. Okay, and what are its functions. Thank you.